Kenyatta came under fire for failing to confirm the 6, even as the 34 judges took oath of office at State House, Nairobi.
Ngoge Grace Mumbi, a judge of the Court of Appeal, do swear in the name of the Almighty God to diligently serve the people and the Republic of Kenya.
2 of the judges who failed to meet the cut were the lead judges in a High Court ruling that stopped Kenyatta's efforts to amend the Constitution, while the others have in the past made rulings that have been seen to rub the executive the wrong way. However, a statement from Kenyatta's office indicated that the 6 had integrity issues. The move by Kenyatta is, however, against a court ruling that indicated that the president had no choice but to formalize the appointments as made by the Judicial Service Commission. Kenyatta asked the new appointees to serve with integrity.
Mine is to ask you to serve the people of Kenya with unfailing integrity and commitment. Let your actions and decisions be guided slowly on unbiased and faithful application of the Constitution and our written laws, our principles and values as a nation, and the overriding interests of justice.
The matter has been outstanding since 2019, with previous Chief Justices turning down the swearing-in of a partial list. Newly sworn-in Chief Justice Martha Koome witnessed Friday's ceremony. Sarah Kimani, SABC News, Kenya.
All right, for more now, we're joined by constitutional expert in Kenya, Waikwa Wanyoke. Mr. Wanyoke, thank you for being with us. Is this about integrity at all, or was this a brazen attempt by the President, Uhuru Kenyatta, just to not confirm judges he doesn't like?
It's impossible to believe it's about integrity for a number of reasons. First of all, there is no reason given to the public, or to the Judicial Service Commission, or to the individual judges and individuals affected by this adverse decision by the President on why they were excluded, or the 6 were excluded from the list, even though they had gone through a competitive process of vetting by Judicial Service Commission, which confirmed them as nominees. Second, when the case that was brought against Uhuru Kenyatta for not gazetting the judges, the court asked the president to provide reasons why he had not gazetted, or he had not gazetted the list of all the judges, and especially the people he had identified as having integrity issues. The president refused then, and the court had to rule that he had no basis and he was in violation of the law and the Constitution. And the third is because what the president is doing is taking over the duty, the constitutional duty of Judicial Service Commission by purporting to select the judges he likes and keeping away the ones that he does not like. Yet his power as an appointing authority is purely ceremonial.
So let's be clear, he's defying Kenyan courts at the moment.
Yes. So there is already a court ruling, judgment actually, that was rendered last year in respect of the appointment of, then the list was 41 judges. Unfortunately, one of the nominee passed on. And so 40 judges. And the judges unequivocally found that he had no powers to refuse to appoint the judges as presented to him by the Judicial Service Commission. And in fact, the judges went as far as saying that his failure to appoint was in violation of the Constitution. So he's defying court orders.
Yeah, and is that unprecedented? Or the brazenness of this, has he done it before? Has he gotten away with it before?
Unfortunately for Uhuru Kenyatta, it's not unprecedented. In fact, he's now become a serial violator of court orders and the Constitution. There are quite a number of judgments, including, for example, one that was even rendered last week relating to other appointments, There are judgments against him in terms of constitutionality of his cabinet, to the extent that his cabinet does not meet the minimum constitutional threshold in relation to gender. He has too few women in his cabinet. He has refused to comply. There are judgments about allocating authority to illegal institutions. He has refused to comply. So when we say he is a serial violator of court orders, it just means that, a serial violator.
And if he keeps on ignoring court orders and he ignores what the Judicial Service Commissioner has said, what recourse is there for the judiciary in Kenya?
So the judiciary doesn't have much, because it's much more difficult to initiate contempt action against the president, which is the natural action that a violator of court orders undergoes. So the only option legally that could be taken, or much more practically, is an impeachment proceeding. Under the Kenyan constitution, like South African constitution, a president can be impeached for gross violation of the law or violation of the constitution. And what Kenyatta has done so far amounts to violation of the constitution and the law, and failing in his oath of office. Unfortunately, before Kenyatta set out to disable the judiciary, he had already disabled the independence of Kenya's parliament. So Kenyan parliament just ballots whatever he likes. He has disabled the opposition through monetary and other types of compromises. So at this point, he's doing whatever he's doing, knowing that there is very little checks that can be brought against him.
Sure, and as it stands, finally, how independent would you say the Kenyan judiciary is?
The Kenyan judiciary has done actually very well. We got a new constitution in 2010, and a lot of renewal of institutions. The constitution ring-fences independence of most institutions. Unfortunately, most of them have not been able to take advantage. Judiciary did. We have had very courageous judges, so being able to exercise individual judicial independence. As you noted, for example, 5 judges just last month nullified an amendment process that was being sponsored by the president. So that has worked very well. But you can see what the president is doing here. What he's doing is to take away individual independence by telling some judges, you are my favorite, I'll let you in. But these ones are the bad guys, I won't let them in. And if you continue behaving, you may get promotion. But those who continue to defy me or rebuke how I'm running the government will never get anywhere. That is the easiest way to kill individual judges' independence. And without individual judges' independence, you have no institutional judiciary independence, unfortunately.
Sure, outlining a very sad situation in Kenya. We'll see if there's any response from regional bodies, the AU, the president there refusing to confirm 6 judges who've gone through a process whereby they are officially selected. That was Waikwa Wanyoke, Kenyan constitutional law expert. Thank you for your time tonight.